Hey dolls, so I am back, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get this style box braids in less than 8 hours, or whatever the time is that it usually takes to get box braids. This process was still long. This is actually a braided wig, but I was able to get it looking cute, and it looks really natural, and it definitely looks like I got braids. It doesn't look like a wig at all. So if you want to see where this hair is from and how I installed it and finessed it and all of that, then keep on watching. Okay, dolls, so this hair is from Neatandsleek. This is the bag. Really nice, and it's like a satin material, and then the wig came in a plastic bag like this. And then I also got this little card that gives me the details for this wig. So this is a 13x6 lace front wig. The lace does not go all the way through. It's not a full lace, so it's just half 13x6, like, you know, a normal lace would be. And this length of hair is waist length, which is true to length. It does come to my waist and kind of like past my booty. I am short, I'm 4'11". And the hair color is 1B. The cap size that I got is small. I always get a small cap unless companies just don't carry small, but I typically always get a small cap so that it can, you know, fit my head perfectly and fit nice and snug. And this product code is BX16. So I will link this wig down below, but it turned out so cute. At the end of the video, I do tell y'all a couple of extra things that I did to this hair to make it look even more natural. And I also did forget to tell you that I dipped it in hot water before I installed it, because it had been, you know, kind of crumbled up in the bag, so the ends were not straight. So I just did the hot water method like you would do if you were to have box braids in your own hair. And I kind of towel dried them and let them drip dry, and then I went ahead and blow dried them completely dry before I installed the wig, because I didn't want any extra weight on the hair from the water, like pulling the braids down while I was installing. Right here I still kind of got a little bend because I didn't put the water all the way up here, but it will kind of go away. But yeah, this turned out so cute. I like how my baby hairs turned out. They're real soft and natural. And yeah, if y'all want to see how I installed this wig, and I didn't use any glue, so you know, keep on watching. Okay, dolls, so this is the packaging, and this is how the wig is looking. It's all crinkled up from it being in the packaging, but I did want to really show you the lace and how the wig is made. So you have two combs in the front, a comb in the back, adjustable strap, and then the adjustable strap that is sewn in as well. So you can see there are tracks in the back of the wig, and I wanted to get up close so you can see the knots of the wig. Like you can see it's kind of like bleached, but then you can see some knots as well. But whenever I went in and sprayed it with my lace tint, you could see the knots even more so. But now, since I have put the wig on, I did already conceal it with my powder, which I think I talk about that at the end of the video. But yeah, so now I'm just moving on to putting the wig on my head and sizing it up to make sure that it fits. You definitely want to make sure you get your true cap size when you get a braided wig, so that you can make sure that it lines up perfectly on the sides. I always usually have to cut the sides, and since it is braids, it was a little harder to do, but I did end up having to cut a bit of the hair. And you can see how I'm just taking my time and kind of trimming it up to make everything look nice and seamless. So I decided to go in with my Got to Be Glued gel, the black one, the old school fave, because I could not find my lace glue, because I never really used lace glue, and the last time I tried it, I don't know where I stuck it at. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over the hairline area, and then I did take the wig off and go ahead and take that braid out the front where the baby hairs are. So then the glue or gel had dried completely, so I did another layer and blow dried it for a bit, and now I'm gonna go ahead and pull the wig down into place. My ball cap or stocking cap did start to go back, but it's fine. I am able to conceal it with some more of the powder. So yeah, if you can't get your ball cap to be super flawless to the skin, or if it starts to roll back, it's not that big of a deal. You can just do the same thing that I did, and you can't even tell at all. Like, everything just looks like scalp. So as you can see, these are how the baby hairs are looking. So I want to pull the wig down and just measure it up perfectly to fit how I want it to be. And I'm going to leave the baby hairs down going towards the front. I put the part where it's kind of like a part in the middle, and the sides are lined up perfect. So now I'm going to take my bed head spray and just spray in between the box braids and the baby hair section. So like right in that parting area where the box braids and the baby hairs meet, I am going to spray that area with the hairspray. So yeah, this is going to help it to melt in really, really nice. And you will see, well, y'all already seen at the beginning, but yeah, so I'm just going to spray this down. And of course, you also want to go on the sides as well, and also that side piece, but I didn't show that very much, but I did also spray that area as well. And on this side, I'm just trimming up some more. And then here as well, I did have to trim off a little bit of the hair in the front of the braid, just so that it wouldn't be too far out. You know, like I wanted it to be more so like a sideburn, you know, side area where the braid is at. I didn't want it to stick out too far, like it's the braid is on my head or something. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it down a little bit more. And then I am taking the elastic band and tying that off so that everything can melt into place. And on that little tab on the side, I did add some extra gel and hairspray to make sure that that side piece was going to lay down perfectly. So now I am going back in with a little bit more spray, and I'm just spraying a little bit above like where I put my elastic band at. And I'm just blow drying everything down, and I'm going to make sure that the hairspray and gel and everything has dried completely before I remove the elastic band. And you can already see it is melted in, looking like scalp right there. You can kind of see where the cap had slid back, but no worries, we're going to fix that. Trust the process, okay? It's a long process, but trust it, okay? So yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and clip my baby hairs back, and then I'm going to take a eyebrow razor and start to cut the lace off. So I started off with this razor, but it wasn't just doing everything that I needed it to do. Like, it wasn't getting as close to the baby hairs as I wanted it to get. And you know, you have to be really careful because I didn't want to cut off all of my baby hairs or anything. So I decided to go in with my small scissors that I like to use for lace and just go in and start to trim that off. These scissors are actually in the sewing section, and I got mine at Hobby Lobby. So check out like the sewing section if you want some really good sharp scissors, and get like some little ones like this because these work really good for lace. So yeah, I'm just going in and cutting off all of the excess lace, and you can kind of see like it's melted pretty good, but you can definitely see where it has lifted from cutting it. So I went ahead and cut the other side, and then I'm going to go back in with the hairspray once again, and also use a rat tail comb or like an edge brush. You just want something with a tail on the end, and you want to use the tail to push down the lace into your skin while you are blow drying it down. And this is going to give you a even more realistic melt because it's just going to melt the lace down into your skin by you pushing it with the comb and also blow drying. So this is how it's looking so far. So now I'm going to go ahead and comb the baby hairs back down, and since they were braided up, they are like, you know, it has like a crinkle to it. So I am going to take my mini flat iron and just flat iron them out. I mean, I guess you could leave them straight because, I mean, you could leave them crinkled up if you wanted to, because with the gel it's probably going to straighten out anyways. But I just didn't want it to have any of that crinkly texture to it at all. So I just went in with my mini flat iron and flat ironed it out. And then I also did a curl in the baby hairs as well. Now, of course, this is way too long, not cute for baby hairs whatsoever. So I'm just going to part off a little middle section because I know I wanted to do like a little short wispy baby hair look in the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and start on the side sections by going in with my eyebrow razor and just shaving it down to make some nice little wispy baby hair. So I went back in with the flat iron and I'm just doing a little curl, and then I'm going to start going in and laying down the hairs and just seeing what is giving. So I'm going in with the Eco Styling Gel and just doing a little swoop. I didn't pluck any of the hairs out at all yet. And I would kind of suggest that you wait until you put it on your head to see how it's looking and how much you want to take out. Because if you just go in and pluck it before you put the wig on, you might pluck too much out, because with this braided wig, it's just like totally different to me than doing like a regular lace. But yeah, so I'm just going to go in and trim it as much as needed and then pluck it and go back in and trim some more and then do another swoop. Like, I'm just going back and forth with the baby hairs. I feel like this definitely took me at least 30 minutes just to do these baby hairs, or longer, maybe 30 to 45 minutes, just because I wanted a specific kind of look and then I wanted to thin them out. And doing this little piece in the middle is like, I don't know, I always find that this is harder for me to do. This is probably like the second time that I've actually did it and liked it. So yeah, I like to leave that little bit of hair in the middle because it just gives more of a natural wispy kind of look. And since the baby hairs were already cut there as well, I didn't want to cut them off. So yeah, that's why I left that little sharp piece in the middle. But y'all will see, it looks cute or whatever. So I'm just going in and doing the baby hairs on both sides. I play around with it. I go in with mousse because I've already used gel and I don't want it to just get too gunky. So I'm going to also be using wrapping mousse on my baby hairs as well. So you can see this side is pretty much done. It looks good. I went back in and perfected the other side. So now I'm going to use my same powder that I use to conceal the knots on this wig and just make it look more natural. And I'm just going in the front area where you could see that the cap was kind of pushed back, and this just blends it in to make everything look like scalp once again. So boom, Studio Fix powder, and then go in with the wrapping mousse and just put that right on top. And then I'm going to take my blow dryer and kind of blow dry the mousse in a little bit before I go in and actually wrap it down. But this is pretty much the baby hairs. Like, I like how it looks. It came out super cute. So I'm going to take a silk kind of scarf and just wrap down my edges so that everything can dry into place and so that the wig doesn't move at all from me putting the wrapping mousse or anything like that. Okay, doll, so this is the grand reveal after I have let my scarf sit with my baby hairs drying. So let's see how she looks. Boom. Okay, doll, so this is pretty much the completed look. So let me just show you how the hair looks and tell y'all what I did have to do to this hair. So I did tint the lace because I did notice that some of the knots didn't seem to be as bleached as others. But once I put the lace tint on, it seemed like the knots weren't bleached at all. Like, they started to show up like crazy. So what I did was I grabbed my MAC Studio Fix powder in my skin tone color, and I just went in with a small angled makeup brush and I went between every part of the box braids and concealed with foundation powder. So basically that's what I did to make it match and where you can't see any knots or anything. And as y'all know, this wig is not completely lace. It only is lace until like the back half of it. So, you know, most of it is lace, but not the whole thing is. And I can style the wig as, you know, however I want to. A lot of times when I get box braids, I like to do like a little side part And also on the sides there are gonna be tracks, you know, so there's braids in the front, but then here you could see that the tracks start. Well, I don't even know if y'all could see that, but yeah, so I would want to part, you know, where you won't be able to see any of those tracks, or just make sure that braids are covering. So yeah, this is so cute. Like, I'm definitely gonna be pulling this wig out all summer anytime that I just feel like I want some braids, because this is so much faster than sitting down and getting your braids done. Although this did still take me quite a while to do, especially to perfect everything and prepping it and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, so this is kind of how it looks in a little side part. And then you can do a middle part. The middle part lined up pretty perfectly, so you could do like a middle part, or you could do the other side as well. I'm gonna just do a little ponytail. Let's see. And I figured this wig seemed pretty heavy, like putting it on and stuff like that, but after I have actually installed the wig and glued it down and everything like that, it doesn't seem as heavy as it did, because at first I did want to use a lace glue to adhere it, but I couldn't find my lace glue anywhere. I don't know where I stuck it at. So yeah, I just ended up doing a glueless method and using gel and hairspray. So I'm just gonna put a little pony in the center. You can pull it all up in a ponytail, but like on the sides, it is, you know, it does have tracks. So if you were gonna do the front, you would just want to make sure you pull up all of the ones in the front to make sure that you can't see the tracks. But I'm just gonna show y'all with a little ponytail in the center how that would look. And y'all can't tell me that this ain't coming out of my scalp. Like, my mama just texted me and asked me what I was doing, and I said working, and I just snapped the picture to kind of show her what I was doing. But on the picture, like, the lace looks so good. Like, it looked really good. I'm just gonna show y'all the picture, even though I look crazy on here, because I really was just kind of showing her what I was doing. But I don't know if y'all can see, but this lace is laid. Like, it looks like I got braids. Like, I'm waiting for her to text me back and say, you went and got your hair braided, because it looks like braids. So this is how it looks with a little pony. You can definitely do less baby hairs or more baby hairs, or more exaggerated or less exaggerated, whatever floats your boat. But I will tell you, it is definitely kind of tricky to do baby hairs with a box braided wig, because you want it to like swoop into the box braids and stuff. So you have to like trim it down, pluck it, all of that kind of stuff. Like, it's a little, you know, harder to do than with your own baby hairs with braids, which in a way, to do baby hairs with box braids on your own natural hair is still a little bit more difficult, because you just, if you want it to like flow into the braids, if you know what I mean. It's not just like your hair is down and you can just brush it anywhere, you know. But yeah, so this is what I did. I liked this little extra bit of baby hairs in the center, because I feel like it just makes it look more natural. And then I just did 2 swoops and then another little swoop right there. So I think it turned out cute and it looks really natural. Even these side pieces, like, you can't tell me that this is not coming out of my scalp. Like, look at that. I did have to trim off a little bit of the hair around the sides just to make it fit better, but it looks really good. Like, I'm super impressed. And this is the first time I've tried a lace wig, so that's why I'm like blabbing my mouth so much about it. But yeah, it turned out so cute. So if y'all have questions, or if you want to check this wig out, I will link it down below. Let me just show y'all how long she falls. So this is her. She comes, you know, kind of like past my hips. So this is a perfect length for me, and then like past my booty, which is perfect. I love long braids. Like, they could have been even just a tad bit longer, but I like the length of them. They're not too short, because I don't really like shorter braids. So yeah, I think it turned out so cute. So definitely check out Neatandsleek. I will link them down below. And if you have any questions, don't forget to ask me. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I love you all so much. Bye, dolls.